I promised to leave the matter of Hunter Biden in the hands of the U.S. Attorney for the District of Delaware, who was appointed in the previous administration.
David Weiss is the current United States Attorney for the District of Delaware, who was nominated by former President Donald Trump and confirmed by the U.S. Senate February 15th, 2018. Weiss has been reported to be leading an investigation into the finances of Hunter Biden, which is focused on potential tax issues, possible money laundering, as well as possible foreign lobbying violations under the Foreign Agents Registration Act, of firearms violations and drug use. U.S. Attorney Weiss is legally required to keep any investigation details confidential. While Weiss has not publicly commented on the Hunter Biden investigation, Weiss's background as a career prosecutor and trial attorney make him a strong choice for the role.
I'd like clarification from you.
The U.S. Attorney in Delaware has been advised that he has full authority to bring cases in other jurisdictions if he feels it's necessary. And I don't want to get into the internal elements of decision-making by the U.S. Attorney, but he has been advised that he is not to be denied anything that he needs.
Well, that was Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley grilling Attorney General Merrick Garland over the Hunter Biden investigation. Grassley says more than a dozen sources came to his office accusing the president's son of criminal conduct. AG Garland claims he's not going to interfere with the Delaware courts and that investigation into Hunter's influence peddling and the shady business deals.
Pop quiz. Witnesses of criminal conduct, whatever the hell that is, so nonspecific as to be disturbing, should report their information to A. U.S. senators like Chuck Grassley, B. Police, FBI, or U.S. Attorney David Weiss, C. Fox or other mass media, or D. Twitter, Facebook, or other social media. If you chose B. Police, FBI, or U.S. Attorney David Weiss, good for you. You're not as dumb as Bartiromo thinks you are.
Todd, you know, it's interesting. He says he's not going to get involved there, but he will lead a raid of President Trump.
Wrong.
Maria wants her viewers to believe that the only employee at DOJ is Merrick Garland. It would be like her show looking like this. A panel full of Rupert Murdochs. A very stupid notion. In fact, the Mar-a-Lago search warrant operation was led by U.S. Attorney Juan Antonio Gonzalez of the Southern District of Florida.
The DOJ has 93 districts whose leaders make decisions at the district level. Garland, like Rupert Murdoch, sits on top of the organization at the governance, strategic, and policy level. Garland's job is not hands-on day-to-day operations, which happens in those district offices. Maria, other hosts, and Fox in general keep their viewers uneducated about the structure of distributed authority within government agencies. Fox prefers their viewers to suspend critical thinking, abandon common sense, and stop believing their lying eyes. Attorney Gonzalez needed to get approval from Garland to act on the search warrant the same way that Maria needed to get the green light to lie to their audience from Rupert Murdoch. The National Archives and Records Administration, NARA, the federal agency that preserves government records, contacted Trump's representatives on May 6, 2021, via email requesting their immediate assistance to return the Kim letters along with roughly 24 boxes that were in Trump's White House residence during the final days of his presidency that were sent to Florida. On February 9, 2022, after several months of Trump tricks and not receiving all records, the National Archives sent a criminal referral to the Department of Justice, DOJ. Once the DOJ opens an investigation, all official activity is legally required to remain confidential. On August 8, 2022, after several months of investigating Trump tricks and not receiving all records, the FBI executed a legal search warrant at Mar-a-Lago. You see, NARA contacted law enforcement, not lawmakers, when Trump didn't fully comply with their presidential records document request 280 days after they first contacted the ex-president. Then, Trump dissed the FBI for about 180 days. Then U.S. Attorney Gonzalez gave him his F-around-and-find-out visit. Maria wants to compare inaction on Hunter Biden to Mar-a-Lago. She uses Senator Chuck Grassley as a foil to attack Merrick Garland. If she really wanted to advance the reporting on Hunter, she'd have to at least target the real player in the Hunter investigation, U.S. Attorney David Weiss, who has been investigating Hunter since his boss was Bill Barr, whose boss was Trump. Maria reports that Grassley heard from more than a dozen sources accusing Hunter of criminal conduct. Grassley is a lawmaker, not a law enforcer. Maria knows this. Grassley knows this. To all enlightened onlookers, this is a giant red flag. The difference between law enforcement and lawmakers couldn't be more clear and explains why NARA got results. Don't believe it? Next time you need to report a crime, instead of calling the police or FBI, call your senator.
Todd, it's interesting. He says he's not going to get involved there, but he will lead a raid of President Trump.
Wrong.
Take pictures of everything that they found so that they goes viral and really digs into Trump.
Yeah.
This is the Presidential Records Act. I have the right to take stuff.
18 U.S.C. 793. Gathering, transmitting, or losing defense information, which carries a penalty of up to 10 years in prison. 18 U.S.C. 2071. Concealment, removal, or mutilation generally, which carries a penalty of up to 3 years in prison and disqualification from holding office in 18 U.S.C. 1519. Destruction, alteration, or falsification of records in federal investigations and bankruptcy, which carries a penalty of up to 20 years in prison.